the 26th of February as Johnson's Workwear Derby Day, but it also features one of the more exciting races in terms for the work riders. It's where the work riders take on the jockeys in a race brought to you by Khaya Stables. A fantastic initiative, and it offers a purse of 200,000 Rand. Representing the work riders, I've got Craig Deploy on my left-hand side here. I've got MJ Baileyfeld, who's going to represent the jockeys on my right-hand side, and how the draw is going to work. We've got the horses here in the middle container. We've got the jockeys here by MJ, and we've got the work riders here with Craig Deploy on the left-hand side. To do the start, they're going to have a little game of rock, paper, scissors. Now, we've had a couple of practice runs. I'll tell you, Craig Deploy is the odds-on favourite for this. Let's see if MJ can reverse the form. Right, guys, are you ready? On the count of three.
Okay.
One, two, three. I tell you, 8 to 10 he was. He comes through like an odds-on favourite should, and you get to draw. So, Craig, first up, and just a reminder that it's going to be a field of 16. There are 8 work riders. There are 8 jockeys as well, and they're going to be competing for 200,000 Rand. This is the first horse that we're going to be doing the draw for. State of Shock, and that's exactly what MJ's in right now. And State of Shock will be the first horse drawn, and it's going to be for a work rider. And there you can see State of Shock. We're going to ask Craig Deploy to pull out his first rider from the work riders. Just so you know, the work riders will be carrying 60 kilograms, the jocks 62.5 kilograms. Even MJ would be able to ride. And Callum Dixon gets the ride on State of Shock. So that's the first one, Callum Dixon. He's leading the work riders log at the moment, and he gets the first runner that's drawn out. Right, we're going to get MJ to do a horse now. Fresh from his defeat to Craig Deploy.
Again.
Not rubbing it in, am I?
No, it's okay.
Okay, right.
You could also probably run.
Dean Street. Dean Street is the horse name for the first of the jocks. Let's find out who's going to be riding Dean Street. Anton Marcus. Anton Marcus gets the ride on Dean Street. So the first 2 are out. Craig, you haven't said anything. In terms of your first rider, you happy with the draw?
More than happy.
All right. Excellent. Next horse.
Trainer that's going to be very happy.
Trainer will be very happy with both those guys that are on board. Right. Noble Grace is the next horse in the question, and we're going to get the work rider who's going to be on board him shortly. Craig's done that draw.
I must say, there's not one jockey.
Petros Farmo, in terms of his good rider.
Yep, definitely.
Excellent stuff. So
Top
Petros,
rider.
he gets the ride on Noble Grace. Next horse out. MJ's going at pace now, as fast as he's ever done anything. The Tinkerman. The Tinkerman is the horse involved. And who's going to be riding the Tinkerman? Is this one of the fancy runners?
Correct. I think it'll win.
Ran third last time.
Oh, okay. MJ thinks
second
he'll
last
win.
time.
Keegan DeMello gets the ride on the Tinkerman. He's going to be absolutely delighted with that. Right, next horse. This is going to be for a work rider. And I know these work riders get really excited. And Wiley Jack. Wiley Jack is the next ride for one of Craig's work riders. And who's going to be riding Wiley Jack? Lungisi Galedu. He's going to be riding that as well.
Yes, definitely one of my top guys.
All right, so there you go. Craig's happy with that. MJ's drawn his next horse. You're going to get a lot of flack from the jocks. By the way, you guys have got a bit of a private bet. What's the wager? You can tell us, MJ.
500 Rand.
500 Rand, okay.
I give him the money if I win.
Yeah.
No, if he wins.
If he wins, you give him the money.
If I win, I take his wife out to dinner on Saturday night.
Does the wife know about that?
I don't know.
Okay, you'll have to sort that out.
And if I win, I'll give him 2 free lessons at the work rider school.
Okay, excellent. I thought you were going to give me 2 free lessons with your wife. I was worried about that.
There's no money that can help.
Okay. Next horse is My Apple Pie. That's the next one that's going to be involved. And who's going to be riding My Apple Pie? Do you like apple pie?
I don't know. Oscar.
Hey, dude.
Eldo Dyer is riding My Apple Pie. So Eldo on board My
Depends
Apple
who makes
Pie.
it, obviously.
Right, Work Riders Mount is out next. Let's see who we got next. Axel. Axel is the horse in question, and the rider is going to be none other than, for the Work Riders team, Bonga Nkwadi. So he'll be, he's got a nice ride as well. So Bonga gets the ride on Axel, and looks like quite a nice
one of the guys
split at the moment.
One of the guys that got in late. This was only supposed to be
Yeah,
14.
was the
right?
first
Extended field, 14 runners now.
Correct. Everyone gets
Silent War, here's a big runner. Big runner in this contest. 200,000 Rand up for grabs. And the jocks will be hoping that they possibly get the draw here. Craig Zacky's on his knees, actually. And it's for a waste of time because it goes to Richard Fourie. Richard Fourie gets the ride on Silent War. That could be one of the early favourites for the Khaya Stables maiden. That brings you the work riders versus the jockeys. The next horse out. Fair Advantage.
Yep.
Fair Advantage
Take it.
is the horse that's now in question. And who's going to be riding Fair Advantage?
Something MJ's never had.
A Fair Advantage. There we go.
Superior Madalana.
Superior Madalana on board. Fair Advantage. That's quite a nice advantage, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Excellent. MJ's pulled his next runner here. And he's already digging into his jockey's little canister there. Lyrics to Love. Lyrics to Love is the next runner for the jocks. 62.5 they carry, 60 again for the work riders. And here we've got Louis Makotwa. Louis Makotwa, he gets on board. So Louis on board. And another nice ride for the jocks there. Right, next horse out. Craig's pulled it out already. Autumn Moon. Autumn Moon is the work riders runner.
Yep.
And who's on board?
Let's see. Shorty
and
and Zongo.
Zongo. Shorty and Zongo gets the ride on that one. So it was Autumn Moon in question. Right, next horse out. Masterful Guy. Masterful Guy.
Nice ride.
Who's going to be riding that? MJ's pulled the jock's name out. And Masterful Guy. Grant Fanico. He'll think that's aptly drawn.
You won it last year.
Himself as a bit of that. Who'd Granted?
Yeah.
Granted, yeah.
Okay, so he'll be looking to defend that title.
Correct.
Charla.
Right. Twice the Master. Twice the Master. We've got Masterful Guy, and now we've got Twice the Master. He's next. We just hold it up for everyone to see. Twice the Master was the name, and let's see who's going to be riding it. And it is Speedo.
Speedo.
Speedo gets to ride, and Twice
Speedo.
the Master. You've got a Speedo. We've seen
South
that.
African flag or what's
Yeah. Right. Have you worn that again recently? Maybe
Every
it could-
race meeting, big race meeting.
Maybe it could come out on Saturday.
I don't show it to the public anymore.
No.
Bold Over. Bold Over is the horse in question.
With my
the
weight
rider
at-
in question.
My weight at the
Going to
moment,
be?
it doesn't look like a Speedo anymore. It's a bit of a
What's its
G-string.
trunks? Greg Sheen on board. Bold Over. So there we go. Right, we're getting to the crux here. We've still got a couple of really nice horses. I know there's Zum Zum
Only
still
two
in there.
left.
He's got a
I only
chance.
got one left.
Correct. So there's two
Charity
horses.
Ball. Charity Ball. Who's riding Charity Ball?
Hey.
And that is going to go to Oscar Nkunzi. Oscar Nkunzi gets Charity Ball.
So there's the last one.
And this could be the
Zum
last
Zum.
one. Just make sure there's nothing in that canister.
No.
All empty. Is yours empty?
Mine
So this is Craig Zaki,
Okay,
right?
So this will be Zum Zum.
Good pull.
And Zum Zum. Craig Zaki's hoping his name's in here and he wasn't a
Did he
last
ma- did he
minute
make it?
reserve.
Ah,
Craig Zaki
There
gets
we
Zum
go.
Zum, so he'll be absolutely
he's
delighted
fin-
with that.
He's finally got off his knees.
Quick chat. And big thanks to Lady Laidlaw for her sponsorship.
Yeah, Grant, we have to thank her. And last year was great fun. The grooms enjoyed it, the jockeys enjoyed it. This year, all the jocks are riding, and Lady Laidlaw's kindly upped the winning stake. So the jock that wins the race gets 20 grand, and the work rider that finishes first also gets in their selective
Yeah.
group also gets 20 grand. So it's a lot of money that's up for grabs, and we've got to thank her very much.
Fantastic. We can't do without sponsors, and your guys really must get excited for a contest like that, taking on some of their mentors and some of their idols.
Absolutely. Well, this is their Met, basically. It's the biggest race they'll ever ride in. And yeah, like MJ said, it's a race within a race. So the first groom home still gets a winning check. Whether he runs 5th or 6th, it's still a winning check.
Okay, in terms of the bet that you guys had before we close, I think there's 500 Rand up for grabs. Let's not bring anybody's wife into it.
Okay,
I know
no
you're
problem.
pretty keen on that, but I don't think it's the right forum for it. So let's have 500 Rand. If the work rider wins, he has to pay 500 Rand to a charity that you choose. And if a jock wins, he has to pay 500 Rand to a charity you choose. Is that a fair deal?
Correct. He actually mentioned his wife, not me.
Yeah, I know that, but you were pretty keen on the uptake, which is a bit of worry. I think shake hands on that, guys. 500 Rand to a
Definitely.
charity
Good
of
bet.
your choice. We look forward to seeing you on Saturday here at Kenilworth. What a great day's racing. Thanks to all the sponsors involved. I know the work riders are going to be looking forward to it, and so to the jockeys. 200,000 Rand up for grabs. Thanks to Khaya Stables. We look forward to seeing you there.